Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed persistent itching in certain areas of your body and wondered what it might mean? Make no mistake, you're not alone. In today's video, we're diving into a crucial topic that could make a significant difference in your health. The 3 itchy spots in the elderly that could indicate a shortened lifespan. Understanding these signs could change everything. By watching until the end, you'll learn how to recognize these warning signs, understand their potential implications, and discover essential steps to address them. Stay tuned to ensure you're informed and proactive about your health or the health of your loved ones. Don't miss this vital information. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now let's begin. When we imagine the secret to living a long and healthy life, our thoughts often drift to genetic inheritance. We tend to believe that our family history and our genes hold the key to our future. However, what many fail to realize is that our lifestyle choices, far more than the hand we're dealt at birth, play a much more significant role in determining our longevity. It is so easy to overlook the whispers of our bodies, those subtle signs that can sometimes be our greatest allies in the fight for a longer life. Symptoms that might seem insignificant on the surface can serve as early warning signals for diseases that could shorten our time here on Earth. It is so easy to dismiss something like an unexplained itch or a sudden change in our health, but these little signs should never be ignored, especially as we grow older. Consider the case of Mrs. Jiang, a 60-year-old woman who never expected the persistent itching she began to experience in September to be anything more than a mild annoyance. Initially, she brushed it off, thinking it was nothing worth worrying about. However, as the months passed and the chill of winter set in, the itching only worsened. Despite her efforts to soothe the irritation with lotion and ointments, the discomfort remained. Her skin, once smooth and calm, now felt like it was on fire. She noticed a troubling symptom that accompanied the itching: unexplained weight loss. It wasn't just a small change, it was significant and alarming, and it left her feeling more and more vulnerable with each passing day. The fatigue that followed only heightened her concerns. It was then that Mrs. Jiang, despite her reluctance to visit a doctor, realized she could no longer ignore the situation. She decided to seek medical help, thinking perhaps it was something simple that could be easily treated. But nothing could have prepared her for the shocking news she received. The persistent itching, the inexplicable weight loss, it was all connected to something far more sinister: lymphoma, a diagnosis she had never imagined. Never in her wildest dreams did she think itchy skin could be a warning for such a devastating illness. It was a punch to the gut. The connection between itchy skin and lymphoma serves as a stark reminder that we must never, ever dismiss persistent symptoms, no matter how trivial they may seem at first. Our bodies are always communicating with us, sending messages that, if we're attentive enough, can alert us to underlying health issues that could otherwise go unnoticed. Lymphoma, a cancer of the lymphatic system, is a terrifying possibility that few associate with something as benign as itching. But the reality is that it's not as rare as we might think. Lymphocytes, those critical cells in our immune system, are found throughout our body. When lymphoma occurs, the cancerous cells can invade almost any part of our body, including areas we least expect like our skin, hair, and nails. When malignant lymphocytes secrete substances like histamine into the bloodstream, they travel throughout the body and reach the skin, where they irritate nerve endings, causing that persistent gnawing itch that so many people wrongly attribute to something benign. This constant bombardment of histamine can lead to an unbearable sensation that refuses to be relieved. Research reveals that around 20% of people suffering from lymphoma will experience this type of itching, and it's not something to brush off as a mere inconvenience. It's a cry for help from the body, a symptom that demands our attention. If you find yourself scratching constantly with no visible cause and no relief from standard treatments, it's time to consider the possibility of something more serious, like lymphoma. Don't ignore it. Your body is trying to tell you something. Lymphoma isn't just about itchy skin. It's a complex and multifaceted disease, and while itching is one of its telltale signs, other symptoms may accompany it. Enlarged lymph nodes, persistent low-grade fever, night sweats, unexplained pain, severe weight loss, and anemia are just a few of the red flags that should never be ignored. Each symptom, whether appearing alone or in combination with others, can help doctors put together the puzzle and arrive at a diagnosis. So, what is the takeaway here? Vigilance. It's the only way to protect yourself and your health. If any of these symptoms surface, don't wait. Seek medical advice, seek answers. But what if the itching you're experiencing isn't just normal, run-of-the-mill itching? What if it's a sign of something far more dangerous? Cancer itching often stands out from the rest. It appears suddenly and without warning, like an unexpected storm, and it's persistent. It doesn't respond to your usual remedies. It refuses to be soothed by lotions, creams, or ointments that usually bring relief. And the worst part? It usually doesn't come with any visible signs, like a rash or eczema. Itchy skin from lymphoma doesn't change with the seasons. It doesn't get better in the summer heat or the winter cold. It just stays, nagging at you, reminding you that something is wrong. If you're still watching this video, I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments by typing 1 if you are following along. It's important to stay informed, to understand the signs and symptoms, and to know when it's time to act. If you've been struggling with persistent itching and it's not responding to standard treatments, please take it seriously. Your health is too valuable to ignore. Seeking medical attention early can make all the difference in the world. So don't wait. Don't dismiss that itch. Pay attention to it, because it could be more than just an inconvenience. It could be your body's way of telling you that something is wrong. Never underestimate the power of those small signs, and always listen to what your body is trying to tell you. 1. Armpits. Armpit itching may be related to diabetes. For individuals struggling with diabetes, the fight often feels like a constant uphill battle, one that goes far beyond just managing blood sugar levels and adhering to a rigid diet. High blood sugar doesn't just affect the body's internal systems, it disrupts the intricate balance of the skin's nerves and the autonomic nervous system, causing a chain reaction of uncomfortable, frustrating symptoms that are sometimes easy to overlook. Among the most quietly distressing effects of diabetes is dry skin, a consequence of reduced sweat and sebum production. When skin becomes parched, it opens the door to persistent itching, a seemingly small discomfort that can snowball into a relentless struggle. This chronic irritation becomes an additional burden for those already managing the heavy weight of diabetes daily. For those who are overweight, the issue often escalates, as excessive sweating in areas like the armpits creates the perfect environment for bacteria and fungi to thrive. These unwanted invaders can worsen the dryness and itching, leading to further skin irritation and an overall sense of discomfort. It's during the colder, dry months of autumn and winter that the situation often intensifies, as the body's natural moisture levels are already compromised. The cold weather saps what little moisture remains in the skin, making it even more susceptible to dryness and irritation. For many diabetics, the cold months are particularly challenging, as this compounded discomfort seems to only get worse with each passing day. What makes the itching caused by diabetes so emotionally taxing is that it doesn't always come with visible signs, like the redness or bumps that typically accompany rashes. Instead, it manifests as a subtle yet unrelenting irritation that quietly eats away at one's peace of mind. It starts in the armpits, but can spread to other areas, creeping unnoticed and leaving individuals constantly scratching at invisible wounds. It's the kind of irritation that won't let you forget it's there, constantly reminding you that something isn't right with your body. The emotional toll is significant. It doesn't just disrupt your body, it disrupts your life. Simple activities that were once easy become a constant source of stress, and as the itch continues to flare up, it can deeply affect a person's mood, self-esteem, and overall well-being. This constant cycle of discomfort, paired with the daily challenges of managing diabetes, is more than just a physical struggle. It's an emotional one too. It's not just about physical health, but the emotional resilience needed to handle the persistent discomfort that diabetes can bring. This underscores why compassionate care is so essential. as it is not enough to simply treat the physical symptoms. Understanding, patience, and support play a crucial role in helping individuals navigate the complex emotional landscape that often accompanies chronic conditions like diabetes. The emotional toll of ongoing discomfort should never be underestimated, and those living with this condition deserve to be treated with the utmost care and empathy. If this resonates with you, and you learned something important from this, please leave a comment of gratitude in the section below. Let's continue to support one another in our journeys toward better health and well-being. 2. Anus. Itching in the anal region is not just a minor annoyance. It can become a deeply uncomfortable and distressing symptom, often signaling a more significant underlying issue with anal and rectal health. While it may begin as a slight localized itch on one side of the anus, initially causing only a mild inconvenience, the progression of this discomfort can quickly spiral into something far more disruptive. As time passes and the condition remains untreated, the itching becomes increasingly persistent and all-encompassing, spreading to affect a larger area, making it difficult to ignore. For many, it intensifies at night, robbing them of precious sleep and leaving them feeling helpless in the face of this relentless irritation. The emotional toll of dealing with persistent itching in the anal area is often far more than just physical discomfort. It can stir feelings of embarrassment, frustration, and even shame. The constant, almost uncontrollable urge to scratch in public or in private can be deeply humiliating, impacting one's self-esteem and causing a sense of isolation. It's hard to focus on daily tasks or find peace when this distressing irritation refuses to subside. The inability to rest properly at night can further exacerbate feelings of exhaustion, leaving individuals emotionally drained and less able to handle the stresses of everyday life. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Underlying conditions such as hemorrhoids, anal fistulas, rectal cancer, and anal cancer often contribute to this type of discomfort. Hemorrhoids, with their inflamed and painful veins, can lead to a persistent itching sensation that feels impossible to alleviate. Similarly, anal fistulas, often marked by constant drainage and irritation, can compound the discomfort, making the itching feel unrelenting. But the emotional impact is not just about the irritation itself. The possibility of more severe conditions like rectal and anal cancers lurking behind similar symptoms brings a level of fear and anxiety that can weigh heavily on one's mind. When these cancers are present, they may present additional signs like bleeding, severe pain, or drastic changes in bowel habits, all of which can compound the emotional stress and fear. The emotional burden of persistent and distressing symptoms like anal itching is not to be taken lightly. The toll it takes on daily life, personal well-being, and self-worth is profound. It's crucial for anyone experiencing such ongoing discomfort to seek medical attention, especially if the itching is worsening over time and significantly disrupting their ability to function. Early intervention is vital not only to address the physical discomfort but also to provide relief from the emotional strain that comes with it. Understanding the underlying condition, receiving proper treatment, and ultimately restoring a sense of peace and normalcy are essential to regaining control of one's health and well-being. If you're struggling with persistent anal itching, don't let the fear of embarrassment stop you from seeking help. Your health and peace of mind are worth it, and medical professionals are there to help you through this process with compassion and understanding. 3. Genital area. Itching in the genital area is an incredibly common concern, especially among women, and it can stem from a wide range of gynecological conditions, each of which may present with itching as one of its primary symptoms. These conditions include vaginitis, vulvitis, eczema, genital warts, and scabies, each with its unique underlying causes and associated symptoms. For example, vulvitis is an inflammatory condition that specifically affects the vulva, the external part of the female genitalia. This inflammation often arises when the delicate balance of microorganisms in the vaginal environment is disrupted, leading to an overgrowth of harmful bacteria or pathogenic microorganisms. When this balance is lost, it can trigger an inflammatory response that manifests as itching, redness, and swelling of the vulva. In addition to itching, vulvitis can bring about a range of other distressing symptoms, such as painful sensations or a burning feeling. These discomforts can worsen during everyday activities like urination or defecation, making something as simple as going to the bathroom feel agonizing. To make matters worse, the natural reaction to scratching the affected area in an attempt to relieve the itching can exacerbate the sensation, setting off a cycle of irritation that only worsens the condition. Along with vulvitis, other gynecological conditions like vaginitis and inflammation of the vaginal lining can also cause similar symptoms of genital itching. Scabies, a parasitic infestation, is another culprit that can lead to persistent itching in the genital region, as well as eczema and genital warts, both of which can cause significant discomfort and itching in this sensitive area. The key to alleviating genital itching lies in identifying and treating the underlying condition, which is why a proper diagnosis from a healthcare professional is crucial. It's essential to seek medical attention so that the root cause of the discomfort can be pinpointed and the most effective treatment plan can be put into place. Whether it's an infection, inflammation, or another condition, early intervention will help prevent the issue from worsening and provide much-needed relief. Similarly, itching in the lower legs, while seemingly less serious, can also point to a significant health concern, hypothyroidism. This condition occurs when the thyroid gland doesn't produce enough thyroid hormones, slowing down the body's metabolism and leading to a series of effects, including the drying out of the skin. As the thyroid hormone levels drop, the skin loses its natural moisture, leaving it dry, rough, and prone to irritation. The lower legs are particularly vulnerable to these changes because they have fewer sebaceous oil and sweat glands, which typically help keep the skin hydrated and healthy. The discomfort associated with hypothyroidism-induced itching can be especially harsh during the dry autumn and winter months. These seasons, with their cold, dry air, only exacerbate the skin's tendency to dry out, increasing the likelihood of persistent itching. The skin on the lower legs may become scaly, cold to the touch, and pale, further heightening the discomfort. The sensation of itching may even be accompanied by a tingling feeling, making the experience feel even more intrusive and unsettling. This combination of symptoms can create a constant state of irritation, causing the lower legs to feel extremely sensitive and troublesome. What sets itching caused by hypothyroidism apart from other causes is its distinct characteristics. While dry itching is common as we age, hypothyroidism itching is a sign of an underlying issue that's affecting the skin's ability to retain moisture. Unlike the natural dryness associated with aging, the itching caused by hypothyroidism is more persistent, more severe, and tends to worsen as the seasons change. If the itching in your lower legs is severe, persistent, and becomes more bothersome as the weather shifts, it's crucial to consult a healthcare professional. Early intervention can help manage the symptoms more effectively, providing much-needed relief from the discomfort and improving overall skin health. Di Wang, the esteemed Deputy Chief Physician of the Dermatology Department at Wangjing Hospital, affiliated with the Chinese Academy of Traditional Chinese Medicine, sheds light on the different types of itching and their underlying causes. According to Dr. Wang, itching can be categorized into dry itching and damp itching, each pointing to distinct conditions and requiring different management strategies. Dry itching, which is commonly seen in older individuals, typically results from the natural aging process. As we age, the secretion of sweat and sebaceous glands decreases, leading to skin that feels dry, rough, and even peeling. This type of itching, though often an inevitable part of the aging process, still requires attention and care to maintain skin health and comfort. As individuals age, their skin becomes increasingly vulnerable to environmental factors like dry weather or inadequate hydration, making dryness and subsequent itching a more prevalent concern. The skin's ability to retain moisture diminishes over time, exacerbating these symptoms and leading to dry, itchy skin that can be both uncomfortable and frustrating. This type of dry itching, which is common among older adults, is often caused by the natural aging process, but other factors such as exposure to harsh weather conditions or inadequate skincare habits can further worsen the condition. As the skin becomes thinner and less resilient with age, it becomes even more susceptible to environmental stressors, which can trigger chronic dryness and itching. In contrast, damp itching is typically a sign of deeper health concerns, often related to abnormalities in liver and kidney function, elevated blood sugar levels, and excessive moisture in areas like the perineum and anus. When the liver and kidneys are not functioning optimally, their ability to detoxify the body is compromised. This dysfunction leads to the buildup of harmful substances in the body, which can have a direct impact on the skin. The skin may become darkened, rough, and swollen, creating an environment where irritation and itching thrive. In more severe cases, this buildup of toxins can lead to secondary infections like folliculitis, inflammation of hair follicles, and lymphangitis, inflammation of the lymphatic vessels, both of which can complicate the condition, leading to further discomfort and, in some cases, lasting scars. The act of scratching may offer immediate, albeit temporary, relief from the persistent itching, but it is important to recognize that scratching does not address the root cause of the problem. Persistent scratching can worsen the condition, causing the skin to become red, rough, and raised, which increases the risk of further complication. This cycle of irritation and scratching can ultimately lead to pigmentation changes in the skin, bleeding, and the potential for more severe secondary infections such as folliculitis and lymphangitis, which can have long-term consequences and leave lasting marks. The emotional toll that comes with this ongoing discomfort should not be underestimated, as it can affect a person's quality of life, self-esteem, and overall well-being. To effectively manage and alleviate itching, Dr. Wong emphasizes the importance of addressing the lifestyle factors that contribute to the condition. It's essential to take a holistic approach that includes improving hydration, avoiding known irritants, and, most importantly, managing underlying health conditions. Whether it's improving kidney and liver function, managing blood sugar levels, or finding ways to reduce moisture buildup in vulnerable areas, taking these steps can be key to reducing itching and improving overall skin health. Consistent, mindful care is necessary to ensure the skin remains hydrated, protected, and free from further irritation. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. How to prevent dry itching. Compared to damp itching, dry itching is far more common in daily life, especially during the dry months of autumn and winter. This type of itching isn't exclusive to the elderly. Even young people who neglect their skincare routines can experience dry, itchy skin. To prevent dry skin itching, it's crucial to adopt healthy habits that nourish and protect the skin. One important step is to focus on dietary regulation. It's important to reduce the intake of high-fat, high-sugar, spicy, stimulating, raw, and cold foods, as these can contribute to dehydration and exacerbate skin dryness. Instead, emphasize foods rich in manganese, such as radishes, cabbage, and sweet potatoes, which can help improve skin health. Foods that are high in vitamins like animal liver, carrots, potatoes, and mushrooms are also essential for nourishing the skin and promoting its natural healing and hydration. In addition to improving dietary habits, individuals should also consider using moisturizers that are suited to their skin type, taking shorter, lukewarm showers, and avoiding harsh soaps or irritants that can strip the skin of its natural oils. Regular hydration, both internally by drinking plenty of water and externally through moisturizing, is key to preventing dry skin and minimizing the itchiness that comes with it. By incorporating these practices into a daily routine, individuals can help maintain healthy, hydrated skin that resists the discomfort of dryness and itching. Thank you for joining us today and diving into the important topic of skin health and the various factors that can contribute to persistent itching. From understanding the causes of dry and damp itching to learning how underlying health conditions can affect your skin, we hope you've gained some valuable insights. So, what have you learned so far? Is there something new that stood out to you, or perhaps a tip or practice that you plan to bring into your life? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Please take a moment to leave a comment below sharing one thing you've learned today and how you plan to apply it in your life. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, share it with others who might benefit, and subscribe to our channel for more informative content on health and wellness. Your support means the world to us, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.